they can't get C at this point though. Only 982, 942, they killed one tank. Nari is in loads of trouble. And I think the reason why Ray lost is because I mispronounced all the names and they are very angry and they intentionally lost this game just because of that. So let's get serious and pronounce their names correctly. It's probably not the case of me mispronouncing their names while they are losing. But Messi taking 600, 631 he's getting pushed by both CU and also AAA. I think that is the signal for Ray to actually get aggressive into B. But Cobalt misses and crashes onto the rock, but made an important bounce from Hori, and he made a good shell into Cephalin. Cephalin, who is going to die first? Oh, great chromatic! Bounces onto Maddox, but Cephalin couldn't finish off Maddox. But this time, Feast is going to make the push. We're going to see a push over to Lovefu. Lovefu by the first tank down for IX. Maddox is going to be the sole focus for Cats, and Maddox needs to drop down in this case. He cannot stay there for too long. Feast have the cap lead here this time. 890 for them, but Bifrost might be the next tank down. It's getting really messy here. But CX is trying to put a shell. I think he misses. But Bifrost is also down. CX is also down 175, 180. Cats on the cusp of a victory here. 990. They need to kill a tank. 995. And it's a win for Cats. They won the second round. However, IX are pretty spread out. If the mediums relay that information, that means Feast are rushing on the C side, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. 4 vs 3. Maddox is going to get rushed by both Lapide and Lovefu, and this is going to be really close. This is still very close. Cobalt needs to run away, but he's low. But a good track shot into Excromatic, but he got shot by Excromatic though. Oh, is he going to land Egg Shell? No! That Egg Shell bounces, but Tempted Fate bounces as well. He's going in. He's able to do a circle of death. Good Egg Shell, but is he going to be close enough? No! Tempted Fate is down. But Retty already making a move to rush both Money Dude and OG projects. Will they buy enough time to absorb the rush, and so that Raid will be quick enough to rotate back and support those E5s, because they don't have a lot of time left. But Eaglejack is going to rush down the middle here. Oh no, is it another mistake? It's another mistake! JP finishes Eaglejack off, and the first game goes to Raid! He gets shot. He got shot by both Eaglejack. He is in loads of trouble. If they know Raid's going to push A, they can simply push out Messi, and Drizzle might be in some sort of trouble here. But SYS are running away, and Raid's going for A instead. And now SYS are going to make a push, and there's a big push coming in. I'm not sure if Raid's going to survive this one. Raid Messi all tracked on the way. He's the first tank down. For Money Dude here, he's going to the back side of the SYS. Look at the backside showing them. Oh my goodness, SYS are in trouble. Their push is getting denied heavily. Money Dude is going to finish Alexa. He finishes Alexa. Mediums are definitely trapped. Going to land a good shell into Arcade, and a fire scored. And SYS almost did it, but they couldn't quite cut the cheese. And that's a wrong phrase, because cut the cheese means fart, so they didn't fart, of course. They couldn't cut the mustard. Enough. Oh. Man. Right. Apologies. There has been some big issues with Streamlabs today, so I hope this is going to work. But I'm going to send a ticket to Streamlabs for this kind of big issue here. But Welcome here. Tonight I'll be streaming our end. If they go through to the next round, then we can stream through the brackets. But our end will be facing ID in the first round. Potentially, this stream will be a short one, and luckily, this is not a coin stream. So head over to Fujits after you have if Aaron got knocked out in the first round, which I sincerely hope that's not going to be the case. Just going to brief you on the prove your skill format. All games are best of 3, so that means the team needs to win 2 matches in order to win the fixture. The tournament is run in groups of single elimination knockout stage, so if you lose that fixture, you're out of this tournament. However, if you're in the semi-finals, you still have 3rd place match to play, so that means if you got eliminated so it's going to work, isn't it? Yeah, it's working. That's good. However, if you got knocked out in the quarterfinals or earlier, then you are done for today. The tournament is seen via average win rate of members in the team. The data in the game is not accurate, so you need to go over to the website, Wargaming's World of Tanks Splits website, and go to the tournaments and check the average win rate of the members in the team. So, for example, Mercy is having 77% on average, as stated on the website. So, say seeded first. And that tournament for them, but in the game I think it's like 65, 66. I've got, but 67 if I remember correctly. So it's different. So the website's average win rate is the most accurate one. At the end of the tournament, a certain number of cups are given to the clan that the team is registered for. These cups are going to determine the leaderboard position, which then the top 8 of that leaderboard will advance to the next stage, which is the Blitz Cup preliminaries, and the clans are fighting for that top 8 spot. So that's why clans are playing in previous skill tournaments. So we are already on the 2nd day of the tournament, so there are at most 32 teams in the group, but we only have 8 teams there. And that means the schedule we're going to see will be different. Will not be accurate at all. All games are played in supremacy mode. That's pretty obvious already. This is the number of cups that the team will earn in the previous skill tournaments. Final stage. We only have 8 teams, so we're going to start with 677 cups, and then we go up to this table, and the team can one team can earn 2011 cups tonight. However, you might notice the group stage, there are more cups than the final stage. This is to prevent teams from not participating in the other in some of the tournaments if they are secured of a top 8 spot. So this is something that I really like to see from Wargaming, and if you do the maps correctly, the first and the last ranked team in a group only differs by around 1200 cups for the group stage, and in the final stage is around 1700 cups. So you can earn more cups in the final stage, and for the group stage it's not that much. But however, Wargaming did put more emphasis on finishing high in the group stage, so you cannot like get into the top 4 and then finish like 4th, because that means you will earn like 700 less cups, fewer cups. And if you compare it to the final stage, it needs to be at least like 4 stages above. I don't know, like a lot of stages above the teams that have finished like first in the group. So at the end of the stream, you might see me doing my system of counting the cups. This system accounts for the tiebreaker and non-tiebreaker matches, and I think this is done because the best of 3 is a very it's not very accurate in determining the skill of the team, because it's really dependent on which map the teams are playing on, and if that map is a good map for that team, then they can reap a lot of cups there. But if that map is not good for that team, then they can lose one single map and then gets knocked out. So a tiebreaker number here, I mean, taking into account the tiebreaker, would be good to determine whether the teams are equally matched or they're not in the end. This is the timeline. We are on the first day of the previous skill tournaments, and there are 8 of them. The top 8 of that will advance to the Blitz Cup preliminaries, and there are 4 days to play: the 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th. And the top 4 of that Blitz Cup preliminaries will advance to the Blitz Cup. And on the Asia server, this is going to be held on the 28th to the 29th of November. If you can mark it down with diary, that would be really nice. The schedule here tonight, it's going to be a bit different because we are already in the quarterfinals, which is going to start in around 9 minutes. So the time given here is given as Hong Kong time, or Greenwich Mean Time, +8. That is the time in Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, China, Malaysia, the Philippines, and so on. So this is the bracket for you. Only 8 teams at the moment. Feast will be facing XR in the quarterfinals. Feast will be a team that Fujit is streaming at the moment, and he is the coin stream for tonight. Other than that, we have Cats versus HLV. I think this is going to be. I think this is streamed by. Let me double check. It's I got it down somewhere. Yes, it's Si Young Kun Bilibili. It's not streamed on YouTube, however, but on Bilibili, which is a Chinese video streaming platform, somewhat like the Chinese YouTube. And then finally, we have ID versus RN. This is the fixture we're going to follow tonight, and if RM won against ID, we can follow all the way to the finals. And finally, we have Low versus GV, and this is going to be streamed by Eternal Zinzan, and it will be streamed in Japanese. I don't have the link at the moment. Maybe he's streaming on Twitch, or maybe not. And I'm sorry if I assume your gender. I'll call you. I call you as a day for now. This is the roster for you tonight. Cancer is the captain of the team here. This is not an appropriate name because this, well, maybe for some, I mean, it's still inappropriate in some sense, but if you see the names, they are related to the constellations, and Cancer is one of the 12 constellations that is that's the month ones. I mean the superstitious stuff, you know. Although like there's like the 13th one, but it's not widely recognized. And then we have as well Virgo. This name I've double checked with the team leader, I suppose. It's called Shamer, so I'm going to call him Shamer for the rest of the stream. You see me calling Shamer as Saya, my Maru, which won't pronounce that. I'll pronounce him as Shamer. And then we have Gemini, Chimpanzee, Montek One, I Am Bread Tank, Kyoto Time, Pisces, and the Chariot. The past run of RN is pretty impressive. During the summer off-season tournaments, they finished second in the group, only losing to HLV on a tiebreaker. However, they did beat HLV in on the first time. So tonight, RN against ID, arguably the strongest clan on Asia server right now. RN would need to put up a big performance, and if they manage to beat ID, their top 8 hopes, well, let's not say top 8, top 4 hopes are well in the balance. Coverage tonight, Feast will be streamed by Fujit Splits. RN will be streamed by me. Fujit Splits, if Feast got knocked out, his stream will still continue. It's confirmed, and he will follow the rest of the bracket. And this is the number of cups for you tonight. Only do I show the top 8 because only 8 teams are through to this round tonight, and there are like 8 teams sharing the same number of cups at the ninth place. So ID and HLV are tied with 5,874 cups. GB and Feast tied on the third with 5,580 cups. Let's not continue to talk about that. And how to get coins? Do I have invite already? Yes, there we go. I'm going to say quickly. Go to u.wobblis.com. Alternatively, you can go to your game and click on the news. The first of the news feed, there's a button called Go to Portal in orange. So you click on that button and then you just follow these kind of steps below. Log into your account. Click the tab Tournaments at the top of the screen and then scroll down, click Current tab under All Tournaments heading and click on the video button and you'll get coins. So let's actually head into the room. Let's see if yeah, that's good. Not a lot of viewers right now, so hopefully more will join soon. A little bit. Okay. Right, so well, that's a really big difference compared to the viewership back in the EU server. I mean, the EU server already, while I was briefing that slide already, there are like 10 people watching, so that was pretty impressive. But tonight is not going to be the case in on the Asia server because fees would be declared that a lot of people will flock, and I'm sorry to RN, but the coverage here is just not very widely covered, and because I'm based on the EU server, not a lot of people know me on the Asia. Although I'm based on the Asia server, and that's why I'm in the account of Random Soldier, and the clan that I'm in is actually the clan that I know in real life. All the people in real life, they are actually my secondary school's classmates or schoolmates. Sorry, secondary schoolmates there. So yeah, that clan is has a very special place for me. So we are on Winter Malinovka. So let's get the map up for you guys. Winter Malinovka. There we go. Right, there we go. Winter Malinovka. So you can try go here and try get spots into people crossing here and here. And during the mid game, it's going to be hard because you might get spotted with some tanks positioned over here while rotating. So you saw a lot of people getting punished while crossing, and this is really not a good map for rotation over to this area though. B is very difficult to get, and then oh, something's wrong. Is everything wrong? If you want to get B, you need some good cover from your teammates. If not, then don't try to go there. Personally, I've seen a lot of clans getting punished trying to go there without good support, and it's better to have cap lead. I mean, it's better to have hit point pool lead rather than risking your hit points for a cap lead, because if the enemies have much better hit point pool lead, and if you don't have a good hit point pool lead, then problem is might be in trouble. I'm getting a lot of messages. Goodness me. Let's get the map off. There we go. Should happen in around. Going to see if any problems. Great. There we go. Let's see if it's. God. Have I disabled num knock? No. That's good. I got a lot of. I got a lot of ping on my messenger, so that's not good. Right, so oh, I didn't announce the lineup. Pluralica in the IS4, Landy the IS7 double T22 played by Campen and Game. Last one for me in the E5 alongside Radioactive and Active Duty. Our end we have I am Bratan Chariot. Brett in the 2 and 5B and IS4 respectively, Cancer in the mouse, Chimpanzee, also the mouse, Montek in the E5, alongside Virgo, and then Tioto in the Vickers Light. So Tioto is he going to spot up tanks? He spotted up Campen, but he's not spotted up at the moment. But is he able to run? Because I think he might be trapped. And he might take one shot or two. Oh, and a miss from Campen. Someone he got out safely. Although with some kind of luck, but Chariot almost made a horrible mistake in blocking Tioto, and Tioto crashed onto a rock. Hit point wise, Aaron has the cap lead. The double mouse are barreling into the middle. I'm Brad Tang trying to get into C, and that means Aaron's forces might be very spread out. And if ID knew exactly where they are positioned at the moment, Chariot might be in loads of trouble. And the Lally took a bit of hit there. Oh, very good shell into Lanny, and last one for me, potentially by Montek and also Virgo. So hit point wise, Aaron still has the lead, and they are trading fine at the moment. But Chimpanzee needs to be careful. Let's head down to his point of view, and they traded equally. But potentially Chimpanzee might be in a bit of trouble if he's not well supported by Cancer. And he's going to put another shot in. It bounces onto Pluralica and took one in return. This time the trade is not that effective. But on the other hand, are we going to see a rotation down to the other side? I am Brad Tank missing a big shot into Radioactive. And that means ID potentially can rush onto Montek and also Virgo. And that's what they're doing right now. Chariot in loads of trouble. Montek and Virgo, are they rotating? But Montek is doing a 1 versus 2 at the moment. Virgo helping Chariot in getting down game, and let's head over to this side right now and ignore the other side. Virgo trying to focus game at the same time. Chariot bounces onto game, but we got the first tank down as well. Game and Montek both down, and this is 2 versus 2 on this flank. It's not 2 versus 3 on the other flank. It's faring much better for our end. Pluralica is in a 1 versus 2 situation, but Chimpanzee might be down if he cannot bounce this another shot, and he's down actually. Both Chimpanzee and Chariot are now down. It's 6 versus 4, and ID have the cap lead. Cap and also hit point pool lead. Tioto running around a bit dangerously and takes 2 shots from both Active Duty and also Pluralica. Is he going to take another shot? Active Duty misses onto Tioto, and Cancer finishes Active Duty off. 3 versus 3. There's still this to pray for. Our end is actually having a slight hit point advantage, but the Caps, they don't have the advantage. Brad Tank receiving a miss here. This is so close. RN, lots of misses and bounces on the way, but so do, ID. Their forces haven't been really well consolidated. RN simply have better movement and also better focus fire, but they need to get every shot in. But they also have the Vickers Light on the battlefield, and this is going to be a very, very important asset for our end. And Campen, is he going for Tioto and Cancer and the mouse? And that could be the pressure point for ID. But Tioto needs to run away safely. And Campen stopped pushing in for the wrong reasons here. Oh, I am Brad Tank. Oh my god, what has he done here? He doesn't need to be that aggressive, and he's going to die under the hands of Campen, but puts a good shell into Campen. This is still going to be very close. They don't have enough time for the Caps are taken against their favor. They really need to get the tanks off very quickly. Tioto is getting spotted, but they need to kill one tank desperately now. If they don't, our end might lose this. A last one for me trying to go for Tioto. Tioto in loads of trouble. Cancer in the mouse, but he can't move a lot. They need to kill one tank desperately, but Tioto cannot finish off Campen. Oh no. I think Aaron might lose this one. Despite good movements, so on ID simply punished RN for the misses they have scored. And this is really not looking good for RN at the moment. ID might be winning on caps. And they did win on caps. My goodness me, RN. If they do not miss and bounce half of that, they might have won this totally. And Toyota, definitely the nerves have taken a huge toll to him. And this is a tiebreaker. This is a match point to Team IDR, and they are not out of this yet. They've shown exactly what they are made of, but they need to make sure they don't bounce or miss that many shells. That means even if they have the best movement, best focus fire, it won't help them if they don't penetrate their shots. They need to ensure this is not going to be the case in this game. So the first game goes to Team ID. And now Team ID going for triple mouse, potentially played by Campen, Plurielica, and Radioactive. Active duty in the E5 alongside Lani and Lasso for me. Campen in the Sheridan and Game in the 322. RN in double mouse, played by Cancer and the Chimpanzee. I am Brad Tank in the 215B, and Virgo in the E5 alongside Montic, TX Chariot in the ISO and Toyota back in the thickest light. They really need to make sure they don't bounce that many shells, and ID, their shot efficiency simply much better than RN. We only have 25 seconds left. This is going to be a really tight one, indeed. Right, there we go. Second game, we are on Winter Marinovka. Let's see. However, this time it's not a triple mouse. They're going back with a double mouse in Plurielica and Radioactive, trying to copy the lineup of RN. So the hit point wise, now they have the hit point advantage. Campen Sheridan as always, Game, Lani, Lassophobia, and Activity, Quadruple E5s. They're going for BNC this time. However, Tioto time is going to spot up something, or maybe not. He's not going to spot up anything, and he's already running away despite not spotting anything, which I think is a bit of too safe of a playing too safe at the moment. He can't get A without any trouble at all. I mean, he wants to prevent Campen from a missile shot, which I completely understand. But Chimpanzee spotting both Radioactive and Campen, potentially also last one for me, taking the 402 at the very start. RN the trade. Well, both of them trade the final moment. But idea they making a push. Chariot in out of position potentially. They need to move in right now because Chariot would be the sole focus for ID, and I don't think leaving Chariot behind would be a good idea because Chariot will get horribly focused, and this is not looking good. They need to get the horizontal straight line, but Active Duty is getting horribly punished. Montek cannot put a shell in the Sheridan. His DPM's not really good, so now ID is pushing on to the forces, the 215Bs and the E5s, and I'm jittering a bit. Game is now down, but Chariot also down. Hit point wise, RN has the advantage this time. Lanny receives a bounce from Montek, and RN needs to stop bouncing right now, and Virgo kills him in the end. Campen's still full health, and they really need to put a shell into camp, and Montic misses. The number of bounces here is still too much to bear at the moment. If they cannot tidy up, that would mean ID can swing the hit point pulley back into their favor. Last one for me took some hits as well. This brawl is going to be our end potentially. Toyota got tracked by last one for me, and Virgo got killed by Campen 4 versus 3 right now. And Toyota is trying to run away from last one for me, and last one for me is getting killed by Cancer. 2 mouses are still alive for now. Radioactive is now down 3 versus 2. Campen's still almost full health. Now he is down to 933. Toyota still very, very healthy, receives an HE shell from that mouse, I believe. He's now down to a one-shot, but Toyota needs to kill him, and he does kill Campen. Last man saved for Realica, but Toyota is finally killed, but 2 versus 1 mouse. Aren cannot throw this one away, totally. And the second game will go to Aren at this rate. We have Chimpanzee still very healthy. Plurielica down to 559. Cancer 793. They can't throw this away. One more shot, and it's going to be a tiebreaker. And Chimpanzee might want to aim a bit for that, and that helped him to kill Plurielica. Wow, second game goes to our end. I was so worried about that IS4 isolated there, but ID didn't finish him off at the start, despite they have a really good rock there to shield them from that. And ID lost in that brawl. Our better focus fire, but still missing so many shots and bouncing so many shots. They can't let this happen in the next one. We now are in Rockfield this time. This is Rockfield for you guys. Well, this is a very exciting match. I am on the edge of my chair. I'm all rooting for Aren because I want my stream to continue. So you can go to the middle and spot tanks up. This is what a lot of clans do. The way to do it is go down here and go up like that. Going here is very, very difficult because if you run away, you might get shot in return. So I don't recommend doing like that. It might be easier to reset C this way, but already a lot of cases running away has proven to be slightly difficult. Hopefully, we don't have a lot of time left, so we're going to remove the map. Why am I clicking on the user? So now ID going with Camp in the T22 triple E5s played by Activity Game and that's one for me. Triple IS4 played by Lanny, Plurielica, and Radioactive. Our inside, we have Cancer in the IS4 alongside Virgo and Chariot. I am Brett Tang in the 2-8 and triple E5 played by Chimpanzee, Gemini, and also Toyota. So we'll know very soon who'll be going through to the next round. But our end, they still need to stop dropping a lot of misses and bounces, and that might be attributed to the ping problems experienced on the Iron side, and that's why you saw a lot of bounces and misses. That could be the case for RN, but doesn't seem to be the case for ID. You know, they are from South Korea, and the internet has been deemed the best in the world. But RN is from Japan. That internet is not far behind. So let's see for Toyota. Is he going to get the spots up? He is trying to play safe, but he spotted up Active Duty. He spotted at least one tank going there. But it was, Active Duty received a big hit. But Toyota times perhaps stayed a bit too long and got shot by Lenny. Needs to run away. He got the information up, so it's fine. Oh, Chimpanzee playing good shell. ID not trading effectively at the start, but Cancer taking a bit of hit by Radioactive, I suppose. No, it's not the case. It's actually the case. They're getting B. This is a very, very aggressive attempt. I'm not sure if they can get that. They need to be very, very careful here. They're still trying to get B, but Tioto again misses Lanny. Again bounces onto Lanny. Cancer cannot get into B, and they still don't have a hit point advantage, so they need to play really carefully here. Finally, Tioto put a good shell to Lanny, and Radioactive getting tagged by the RN's forces, and Cancer is in loads of trouble. And Chimpanzee is running away from the ID forces trying to bury it in, and they're going to bury it into Gemini, and Gemini is trying to move back. Speed boost dropped, but I don't think he'll be long in this world. RN's forces need to come in and try to get the focus fire right. Radioactive getting shot by Brett Tank. This is turning out to be a huge brawl, and RN, let's see if they're going to win over this flank here. Chimpanzee needs to pull back, and he's showing the backside of Campen, and Lenny is down finally. Gemini doing a good job in holding off, and that bought them time to cut off the forces of RN. They still don't have the hit point advantage yet, and Cancer still in loads of trouble. This is still very close to call. Lanny getting killed by Chariot. Virgo. Active duty, pretty low. Eyebrow tank, holding off 2 tanks at the moment. That could buy time for ID. And however, he's getting pushed and notched by Game. And is he going to put a good shell into last hope for me? This is good, but it's still close to call. Eyebrow tank going for active duty at the moment. Tioto running away from potential shots. He's going to put a good shell into Campen. He did put a good shell into Campen. Active duty is still alive. But Chariot is going to be a one shot, but active duty focused the wrong turn. He got it's his Virgo. Campen's still alive. Oh my god, a big bounce. Oh dear. This is not going to be good. Virgo holding on. But that Vegas Light is going to get B. No, he's ignoring B at the moment. But Virgo needs to be really careful here. Oh, that put a good track shot. Oh, but Tioto is C-trapped now. Oh my god, Game misses onto Tioto time. Oh my god, this is close. Let's head over to Tioto time. Holy macro. This is going to be extremely close. Tioto time needs to kill at least 1 tank. But he has to be careful because 2 HE shells from E5 could be enough to kill that. But they're going to spot both of them at the same time. Game not looking at Tioto. Not a lot of time left. 3 minutes on the clock. Tioto is getting a camo reset, and he did get a camo reset. Is he going back to A, or is he going to get a cap? But I know that he doesn't want to get a cap because that would telegraph the position of Tioto time, and he did well in that. He's going for last one for me, and Game's still spotted. Game's trying to find where Tioto time is, and he's going for B right now. Last one for me, getting spotted, but misses onto last one for me, takes a shell. Oh god. 800. No mistakes are allowed. Game. Another miss onto last one for me. He simply cannot afford to die at this rate. 830. Oh my god. Oh, Tioto is killed. Oh my god, those 2 misses are so important misses for RN, and they are finally out. This is so close, RN. Oh my goodness me. They've done so well in shutting down the tanks of the ID, but again, that Vegas Light tried to kill 1 tank but couldn't. Oh my goodness me. If he didn't get too greedy here, RN could have won it actually, but ID are through to the semi-finals, and this is going to be the end of my stream. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the EU server for Sunday. So goodbye, everyone, and ciao. I'm going to actually show you other games as well. Oh my goodness me. Good. Okay, let's check if all results are up. Feast 2-1 against TCS Swarm. Let me show you this. Right, first Feast 2-1 TCS Swarm are. No, this is the wrong one, sorry. Okay, Feast 2-0 against XR, HLV 2-1 against Cats, ID we saw just now 2-1 against RN, and GV 2-0 against Low. So this is going to be the end of my stream. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to see you for Sunday on EU server. Bye. Bye for now.